Hey guys, what's going on? So welcome back to my channel. It is finally here, the long-awaited houseplant tour, spring of 2018 that I've been promising you guys for a while now. The last time I actually did a houseplant tour was back in fall of 2017. Obviously, you guys have noticed since then I've been picking up a whole bunch of new plants, and it's only fitting to now do a houseplant tour. Before we do get started, if you are new to this channel, welcome, and if you are a plantaholic like myself, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you want to see my daily plant life, follow my Instagram page at Crazy Plant Guy. I post pictures of my plants every day, as well as I document, do a few Insta stories because I feel like plants should be part of your everyday life. With that said, the way how I'm gonna do this plant tour is I'm actually going to start as you enter my place, and we'll start showcasing the plants from this wall, then the plants in front of the window, which is a south-facing window, and then we'll work our way again. We'll work our way through this wall, and then we'll go upstairs, and that way you guys can have an idea on the space I'm working with. Because at the end of this plant tour, I do want to get a few ideas from you guys on how you guys think I should organize my plants, because you'll find that most of them are actually on the floor and I am running out of space. So I haven't decided the kind of shelving I want, or where I want to put them, or how I want to hang my plants. So would love to get a few ideas from you guys. With that said, let's kind of get this plant tour started. Here we go. As you enter my place, it's pretty much the kitchen, and we'll start off with this little island. I have the anthurium and the Dung King plant, which by the way is my first rescue. He had a whole bunch of ugly yellow leaves that were pretty much dying. He was a bit neglected, so I ended up picking him up from Home Depot. I was also informed that this is actually a very toxic plant, so I do keep it up here so that way Nemo, my cat, doesn't get her paws on it. So, and then over here in the corner is my prayer plant, which is thriving really well, and you see all the new leaves. This guy is actually sprouting, and the one thing that I like about this prayer plant is that it actually is really far from where the window is, and he's doing really well in this corner. He's been here for a while now, and yeah, I think I'm going to propagate this guy because he's starting to really trail, and I've never actually propagated any of my plants, so he might be one of the first ones that I might do. So on this side now is this willow tree that I got at a corner store that I found in the city, and he is a hand-grafted weeping pussy willow tree. The name's kind of interesting, but yeah, I mean, it's also called the enchantment, the tree of enchantment. So it's really pretty. I'm curious to see how he's gonna look once all the leaves are actually fully bloomed out. And yeah, but I kind of like him. It's a little different. And then on this side of the wall, you'll see this, my big ass monstera, which is one of my favorite plants, obviously. He is beautiful, and I actually got this one from Walmart. And if you guys haven't checked that video out, it's actually one of my first plant videos. I tell a story about how I found this guy at Walmart, but he has been with me for about a year now, and he is looking so good and thriving really well. So now over here is kind of where my TV is, and I have a little a console table there. I have plants at the bottom, and I put some plants at the top. So we'll start with this ivy that kind of just trails. I wrap his leaves around the side there as well, so he's looking pretty good. Then you got like a dragon's tongue, which is, has his skinny leaves, kind of like him like that. You got a nerve plant, a Fittonia, which is one of my favorite because, his patterns are pretty cool. And then I had no idea that the Fittonia also came in red, and I got this little guy from Plant World. Now, this one, I found him at Walmart as well. It is the Moon Valley Friendship Plant. It is actually part of the Pelia family, so I thought that was pretty cool. And what I like about this plant is like the leaves, and it's kind of raised, so it has that really cool alien looking like of a plant and the feeling of it. So that's why I picked them up. This guy right here is actually my first peperomia. It is a roseau, so really has those nice red, red leaves down there. And I found this guy, this baby fig, at Dynasty, and he's a little cutie. Hopefully he is a little pet project that I can grow into a shrub or a bush soon. Beside him is my first Ficus elastica, so the rubber plant, and this one I think is the ruby version. So he's got a bit of the red and the pink, which I thought is really beautiful. See if you'll focus there. So he's kind of small still, but I'm really excited to watch him grow up and see how well he thrives. Obviously over here is one of my other favorite. It is my Pelia, also known as the I think the Chinese money plant. So by the way, if I butcher any of these names, I apologize. I'm really not good when it comes to pronouncing their scientific name. I can barely even pronounce sometimes my own name. But this guy, I got him when he was really small, maybe literally a third of his size, and he's thriving really well. He's producing, see if you'll focus, look at all those babies down there. So I'm really excited. Again, I haven't really propagated any of these, any of my plants, but I think this is another one that when those babies do sprout out a bit more, I might cut him and obviously try and root him and create more plants. But I also might like the look of the dad plant with its babies hanging by his side. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll move on. This is a Sempervivum. I don't know why I got this guy, but I thought it looked pretty cool because of obviously the rosette, and I like how he has that, has those long stems coming out of his main leaves. But yeah, this is my African mask. So if you guys will notice from my last plant tour. Okay, help me out here a bit because I noticed he's starting to get a lot of these like brown leaves on the edging, and I'm getting mixed when I'm doing my research. Some have said it's because he doesn't get enough lighting, some have said it's maybe overwatering. So I've kind of done both, where I've scaled back the watering and really just let him dry out before I water him again, and I moved him closer to the window because where he was before was near where the prayer plant. But if you guys have any idea on what's going on with him, comment below and let me know, because I would really appreciate a bit of help on making sure that he continues to obviously thrive and become healthy. Over here is my ZZ plant. This guy I got from IKEA, and one of my favorite houseplants. Really easy to take care of. I think I'm going to get another one and bring it to my windowless office at work, because I want more plants in my office, and he's one of the plants that probably doesn't need a lot of light. But yeah, next to him is also another easy houseplant to take care of, which is the snake plant. I like this guy a lot as well too. One of my very first plants I got to obviously fill this space up. But yeah, that is what that setup looks like. So if I give you guys an idea on what that wall looks like, there's the prayer plant, my little dining room table. That's where the Monstera is, and then you got my TV setup right there. So we'll now move on to my Fiddle Leaf Fig Tree that I am so happy about. I got this guy from Plant World, and really healthy. This is his newest leaves, and he's outgrown every other leaf there already. So, and it looks like there's more coming fairly soon. Very excited about this tree. It was my first fig tree. He's got another couple baby leaves right there, and yeah, he looks pretty healthy. So I got him in this big pot with this stand that I also got from Structube. But if you guys, I know some of you guys have asked if my oxalis, which you guys see right here, is planted with my fig tree. It's actually not. I do just have them in their own planters, and I kind of just stuffed them in there just to, you know, give it a much more filled look, and also, you know, it was good space for the solids. But I do know that these plants do require more watering, so when I do need to water them, I take them out, take them to the sink and water them there, and that way, you know, the fig doesn't get overwatered because they typically don't need to be watered that often. I'm gonna take a little break because I need to catch my breath. Whew. Okay, now we're gonna carry on to this guy. So I'm gonna sit down for a minute and share a bit of story. This guy is actually is my alocasia lauderback, also known as a purple sword. And I have a video of when I picked this up, the same video where I tell the story of my monstera that I got from Walmart. But this guy, if you look at that video, was fairly full and lush and, you know, majestic looking. And then around last summer or last fall, he was starting to really lose all his leaves and started to, like, you know, really come down, and I had to take him off, and there was a point where he only literally had one leaf left. And I think the issue with this guy was he wasn't getting enough sunlight because he was a little bit not as far back as where the prayer plant is, but where the Maranta burley plant that you'll see later on. But he wasn't, you know, he was still fairly close, but, you know, since I moved him closer to the window, he survived, started to sprout some new leaves, but he's far from where he was when I first got him. So I'm kind of sad, but, you know, I'm hopeful that he's going to, you know, regain that majestic, full looking, you know, alocasia plant, because this guy looks amazing when he's fully grown, or at least full. And yeah, but if you guys have any other suggestions on, you know, what was wrong with him or how I can get this guy to really thrive, please comment and let me know. But yeah, over here we have my Ardisia. So I got this guy during my Christmas plant haul video. I picked up a whole bunch of, like, you know, plants to, you know, add some you know, color during the holiday season. This one, as well as my Christmas cactus, which is right there. He's looking really well. But yeah, so this Ardisia actually had a whole bunch of you know, green and leaves there, but I kind of chopped it off to give it that tree look. You guys will see there. And over there is my Venus flytrap that, you know, these guys are really tricky when it comes to caring for them, so I'm not sure how well he's gonna do, but yeah, I'm hopeful, and, you know, he has the right condition to thrive, but we'll see. So yeah, there was my Christmas cactus. This guy is the bromeliad. I'm not familiar with this plant. You know, I do know that this will turn into a flower, or, you know, as he gets a bit more, you know, as he grows up a bit more, I guess. But yeah, I'm actually not familiar. I don't even know why I got this guy, or I don't even remember where. Oh, yeah, I did get this guy from Walmart, and I think the reason why I got him was because his leaves look pretty, like, almost like a snake-like type of pattern, similar to, I guess, a snake plant, right? So I thought it was pretty cool. And over here is my pineapple plant that I got the other day. I was really excited about this guy because he's got a little baby pineapple sprouting at the top, which is slightly different from the pineapple plant that I'm actually growing from a store-bought top that I cut a year ago. Got him to root, and he's doing well. You know, he's in his planter, which I really like. But, you know, this guy, I think, will take another year before he can sprout a flower and then produce a baby pineapple. So we'll see how the summer goes. I'm gonna obviously take him outside when it warms up. But this guy also is a lemon tree that I grew from seed. I had two of them. That one's not doing too well. He lost all his leaves, but he looks like he might start sprouting a few more, especially now that summer's just around the corner. So these guys didn't really grow much during the winter season, so I was a little bummed out. I thought they would be a little bit bigger by now, but, you know, I'm hopeful that we get a really nice summer where he can thrive really outside. But yeah, so over here is this
banana plant that I got. I thought it looked really cute, and we'll see how well this guy grows or thrives this summer as well. And then you have my coffee plant. So apparently these guys can you know, grow into really tall trees, or but I'm curious to see how well he's gonna do. But so far he's doing really well, and I'm not sure if he'll ever produce coffee beans, but if he does, I think that would be really cool. And then next to him was, interestingly enough, my tea plant, which is obviously used to harvest, make green tea or black tea. And but yeah, I'm excited for these two guys. This one is actually an interesting plant. It is a part of a Croton family, or Croton type of plant. But what I thought was really cool looking about this plant is, you see how he's already got his leaf here, and then he produces another baby leaf at the edge of it. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know, I've never seen anything like this before. You know, I know Crotons typically like a lot of light and a lot of sun, so they will become more colorful. So I'm gonna put this guy out by the window, and obviously when it warms up, I will throw him outside. But yeah, this big pot right here, I'm actually saving for my bird of paradise plant that I want to get this summer for sure. He's not here yet because it's still a little bit chilly here in Toronto, and hopefully the next couple of weeks I'll find him. But for now, my Norfolk pine tree is in there, and again, I got this guy during the holiday season. And the one thing about those Christmas plants that you guys do get, and you'll see when I show you guys one of the other ones I got that I still have, is they'll thrive all year long. They're actually tropical plants, so you know, you shouldn't they're not meant to be thrown out after the holiday season. And I'll get to that a bit more later. But over there is my oldest plant ever. It's been with me probably for over 18 years. This particular plant I got for a while now, but it is my jasmine plant. And you know, the story behind this guy is I got him as a little bush, little shrub, about, you know, over 15 years ago, or over however long ago, and I gave it to my grandpa. And that plant became so big and propagated, and this was one of those cuttings that is now has been with me and has moved with me all the way from Winnipeg to Toronto, and I'm sure will always be with me. So that is what you guys see on that side of the window. So this is kind of what it looks like. Ta-da! Now over here is my coffee table, and there's a whole bunch of plants here. So we'll start with, this is another peperomia. It is the pixie version, or and what I like about this one is it has this like fuzzy peach, or like, you know, the fuzz on the peaches feel to it on the leaves, which is kind of cool. But yeah, he's thriving really well. Healthy little guy here. You know, I like the peperomias because they're really, really easy to take care of. Next to him is a zebra plant, which is can be a bit of a challenge, but so far he's doing okay with me. There was a point where I think I forgot to water this guy, and he got gloomy right away, but you know, quickly I watered him and he's all perked up again. And then this one is my Pennyworth, which, you know, really, really caught my eye because I thought he looked really cute, different, kind of reminds me of the Pelia, but yeah, this guy I think is more like a fern and likes to have a lot of water, likes to be misted and make sure the soil is always moist, because I think these guys naturally grow near swamps or creeks or whatnot. But yeah, next to him is this Wandering Jew, which is one of my favorite plants ever. I love the colors and the iridescent look that it gives off, and this one in particular has been thriving really, really well. I got this guy from IKEA. Here's another peperomia. I think this is the dwarf kind. Again, you know, nice, easy plant to take care of. And one of my newest addition is this elephant ear Caladium. Beautiful little guy here, so I'm excited about him. It's my first Caladium. Got this guy at Plant World. But yeah, so that is my coffee table of plants. And then over here is my, side table of plants, which is the Maranta Burley. I can't even pronounce it. You guys are more familiar with it, but I like this plant because of the kind of the fishbone pattern on front of the leaves, and then behind him is this like deep purple color, and he's thriving really well. It's got a new leaf right here. I think these are flowers. I've never seen them flower really, but yeah, he didn't have those before. Now, he's, I guess, thriving really well. But next to him is this Photos, which I thought at first was a marble queen until one of my Instagram followers mentioned that it's actually an Enjoy photo. So, again, I'm not an expert when it comes to plants. I'm also learning a lot along the way, and I really appreciate when you guys give me the information or correct me, because I love learning when it comes to plants as well too. Here is my desk, and over here is this ponytail palm tree, another houseplant that's easy to take care of, requires very little watering, and next to him is my Kalanchoe that hasn't flowered since his first flower that when I got him. So I don't know, this one's tricky because I don't know how I'm gonna get him to bloom again, but when they do bloom, they do produce beautiful color flowers. So hopefully he'll have that chance again. But yeah, so that is my living room, dining room setup. So this is the main floor, and we'll now go upstairs and see what's up there. So here we go. So here is my living room, and hi Nemo. Hi. Okay, so over here is the Monstera, another one. So this one was a baby Monstera that I got, and when I first got him, he actually didn't have any leaves that were splitting. He now has a couple, and I'm excited for this guy to thrive. I do need to put the moss stick I got from Amazon because I want this one to grow up. But yeah, he's just in the corner right here. He's got a little yellow leaf that I need to cut soon here. But yeah, next is, as I mentioned, the only window I do have is the south-facing window, both upstairs and downstairs. So here's where I put most of my plants. Here's my bedroom, and kind of you guys will see the layout right now. But yeah, so over here is my spider plant, and this guy, whew, he is one of my favorites because look how well he is thriving. Look at all those baby plants just like hanging, and I just love the way he looks. I've actually never cut any of these baby plants. I might give him maybe a bit of a cleanup, but I'm not sure because I do like the way he looks right now, so we'll see. Next to him is another jasmine plant, so he's here, and I usually keep this one when the summer comes. Both my jasmine plants actually outside because they really do well when they're out there in the sun, because they're really they really like a lot of bright light, and they produce these amazing little flower buds there, and the scent of these jasmine plants really reminds me back of home. So next to him is this elephant ear, Alocasia Regal Shield, I think, but this one I'm having a little bit issue with because when I first got him, he was actually really big and really compact, but lately, he's been a little bit crowded in the middle, and he's growing wide instead of tall, and which I'm a little bit surprised, but maybe he just needs to be repotted. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do this summer, but I'm probably going to cut a lot of these guys off and then try and repot him. See if you guys can get a better look at it. Try and repot him so that way he'll try and grow up. But the one thing that's cool about this guy is he already has a lot of baby elephant ears right here, so I should take these guys out and pot them on their own by now and see how well he's gonna thrive. But yeah, if you guys have any tips on how to get this guy to grow up, that would be great. And next to him is my aloe that's growing really well. This guy was a baby not too long ago and he's now a beast, and with him is this like snake plant mix. So I know I asked a few of my Instagram plant friends, you know, what they thought about this mix, me mixing the aloe with the snake plant, and apparently aloe likes to be crowded as well. So I think I'm okay keeping them this way for now, but because I do like the look as well. But we'll see, maybe in a couple months I might give them their own space soon. So next to him is this poinsettia. So as you guys know, I was just talking about it when we were down there, is the these Christmas plants that people get, and you know, I was one of those guys, and I threw these guys out at the end of the season when the leaves start to fall off. But you can actually cut those off and they'll bloom again. So this guy is blooming really well. I'm excited. You know, it's perfect time maybe for Canada Day, or yeah, it's good for Canada Day. You know, you guys can use these plants all year long, so don't throw them out. If you guys ever have them, just cut the top off and they'll sprout new leaves. But yeah, there is another jade plant, and my succulent that was deprived of sunlight, kept looking for sunlight, so he grew a little bit tall, but now I moved him closer to the window. So others have been telling me to behead him and like replant this guy, but I actually like the look, so I think I'm gonna keep him this way, just make sure he gets a lot of light. But yeah, on my headboard you'll see my Hoya Carey. So I hope this guy grows into a plant, but it's very unlikely. I heard that these guys don't really have only have a 10% shot of growing into a plant, but Hoyas are really cool, especially this heart-shaped Hoya Carey. I think it's a beautiful plant. But next to him is another Hoya. This one's a carnosa and has the tricolor on a couple of the leaves, so I really like this plant as well. Next to him is just a orchid that hasn't sprouted any stems or flower stalk in a long time. And let me just back out here. And next to him is also another jade plant and another orchid plant. But yeah, that is my bedroom setup. So you know what I'm thinking here, guys, is I do either wanna put a hanging plant. I don't think I'm gonna put it up there because there's vents, like there's air vents right there, and that probably won't be good. But I'm thinking of having it hang over my bed, which I think will look cool. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. And then maybe on this side is maybe put a bookshelf there, or maybe a bookshelf here. But yeah, so that's the end. Oh, I got a couple more in the bathroom. I keep forgetting about the bathroom. So the bathroom has obviously no windows, no light at all besides the bathroom light. But over here is my jade plant and an ivy that's variegated, as well as another jade plant over there. And this guy, or these three, I will, once, twice every month, I will give them a bit of light and throw them by the window. And yeah, so far they're doing okay there. But I guess that's about it. So I'm gonna take this tour back downstairs, get a few ideas from you guys, and on how I should organize these plants. Be right back. Now let's talk about how I should organize the plants. You guys have an idea what I want to do to the bedroom. Definitely hang some plants over my headboard. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. I think it'll look kind of cool. When I'm laying down and I'm looking up and there's plants that are hanging, the hanging gardens of Christian's bedroom. I'm not sure about placing some shelving against the wall where the TV is. I'm not sure about that one. If you guys think that's a good idea, let me know as well. Maybe I can really utilize a lot of that space and get more plants, obviously. But now for the living room, similar to the the shelving that I want to put against the wall, I'm not sure where I should do that. If I should have it on this side of the wall, so it's gonna be about like a 5-shelf bookshelf, or on this side of the wall. Now here, obviously, it'll be closer to the window, but you know, I'm afraid that I don't want to be too close because some of those plants don't need direct sunlight or they'll get burned. But you know, once I put a shelf here, I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this monstera, so that's also another thing to consider. I'm thinking obviously of having plants hanging this way. So here I'm not too worried because there is no vent here. The vent's actually up there, right? So I'm thinking of having the plants hang in front of the window. I think that would look cool. And then maybe where my couch is, have a few floating shelves. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. And then maybe in the kitchen, I'm thinking of putting a sideboard that way I can organize and hide a few of my kitchen stuff, but also use the top to place some plants. So let me know what you guys think of that idea, and hopefully I can get some really good ideas, and by the time I do another plant tour, you guys will see what kind of that looks like. So that's it for this houseplant tour, and I know I kind of rushed it out slightly a bit, but if you guys do have any questions about any of the plants you saw, comment and let me know, and I will try and get to them as soon as I can. And yeah, I think the next time we do another houseplant tour will be later in the summer, once we figure out how to organize all of these plants. And obviously with your suggestions and ideas, I'm excited to see how that will turn out. Other than that, if you're new to this channel again, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and if you do want to be part of my everyday plant life, follow me on Instagram at Crazy Plant Guy, because you are all plantaholics like me. I'm just kidding, but yeah, other than that, hopefully you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.